Today is Tuesday, May 8th, 2018, and it's nothing but Iran in the news. Just on Drudge alone, looking at Drudge, the main headline, Trump nukes Iran deal, which a lot of us were hoping and kind of figured he was going to do. Then you hear explosions heard near Damascus, Israel army on high alert, bomb shelters opened in Golan Heights, unusual movement of Iranian forces. Iran president warns of problems, fateful days in Middle East, Jerusalem to name city square in Trump's honor, and Obama says, serious mistake. It's a really bad day for the bad guys, I would say. I've heard someone else say that, and I think that's the theme of the day for sure. What no one's really talking about, I see so far, is the revolution that just happened in Iran. What was it, a few months ago? That was one of the most extraordinary things I've seen all year. In a year of extraordinary news, to me, it had the appearances of the only grassroots thing of its kind. You know, it was playful even. Not only was it nonviolent, but when violent police would kind of break up the peaceful crowds would grab that person, pants him, and then let him go. And then the person would be running away all embarrassed, having no pants on. I mean, it was never seen anything like it. Women were taking their hijabs off and waving them on sticks, and no reporting on the, I thought it was pretty neat, and no one's talking about it here. So I imagine the Iranian people are pretty stoked about what's happening. The game, obviously, is to do this similar to North Korea, with as few casualties as possible. We expect there to be some casualties behind the scenes. I mean, maybe even some casualties in the story. Kept to a minimum is what we want. Yahoo.com, New York Attorney General latest scalp in Me Too reckoning. Headlines don't do it justice. The landmark about this story is that this story is quite a bit more dark than anything else we've seen so far, at least in the big public. In the big public eye, it's been a lot of grab ass and ungentlemanly behavior, but here we have physical abuse and creepy sort of slave master abusive dominance. Now people are used to this, and this is kind of what we've suspected for months now. It's been a slow easing process. The actual, hashtag Me Too movement was like a controlled opposition attempt, by the culprits to try to commandeer it and turn it into something else, turn it into their narrative, men are bad and we got to stop this and stand up for women kind of thing. When the truth really is, I think it's been a controlled demolition, because it's all leading to pedophilia and human sacrifice. And this stuff, as far as I can tell, in all of recorded history, has never really been dealt with or exposed or combated by the peasant class, the common people, us populist people, folks. So it's very exciting. Also in Yahoo.com, Polanski calls Me Too movement mass hysteria. So Roman Polanski, who fled incarceration after being convicted of raping a 13-year-old girl, drugging and raping her, he says the Me Too movement's mass hysteria. Yeah, it is. It's you and your people and your kind and your ilk acting hysterical because justice is coming to you. In the online community for Q, it appears as if there's a lot of frustration, and it's hard to tell because there's certain people that have louder voices than others, and a lot of them are, there seems to be a lot of, so who knows, But and Q responds in the latest post, basically listing off everything that's been going on for the past year, sort of painting a picture of the plan, finally saying, do not fall victim to mainstream media, other fake, false narrative pushes, stay the course, where we go one, we go all Q. And I agree. I don't the only thing I notice is that certain loud voices in the community are saying Q's no good anymore. I'm sick of Q, or Q's compromised, or that's what I notice. But I don't notice anything real different changing. Everything seems to be falling together. Right on plan, right on target for June. Because someone did tell me, I think it was Flo White, but they said that come this June, the deep state's going to fall. I think his girl told him, or something like that. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.